hello, hello. I am here. Hi, Joshua. Welcome to, hello, Bob. Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. But I'm here. I'm happy to be here, of course. Hey, hey, Justin. Welcome to YouTube. Uh, I, Welcome to another Monday. This is Music and Mead Monday. Hello, David. Welcome to Music and Mead with me. I am your host, Regina, the Dark-Eyed Musician, and I'm so happy to be here. I love doing this live stream every Monday. It really makes my week, so super happy to be here with you guys. Gosh, my bangs are like going crazy today. I don't really know. I look a little bit like I got caught in a windstorm. Oh, well. um, But yes, tell me how your weekend was. What's new with you guys? What is new? What is new? Any great adventures? I know some of you were having going to be outside this weekend if the weather was permitting. I know David mentioned going somewhere fun last week, going on a walk to see all the beautiful foliage. So let me know how that was, David, if you were able to go. Oh, thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. I was gonna have it down, and then I was like, "Or I'll just put it up." So it just kind of looks like this. But it's cool. It's cool. We'll just go with it. It's a bit of my. I suppose I could be trying to resemble a Harfoot, if you will, if you're watching Rings of Power. I suppose this is the messy Harfoot hair. It works. It works. So I was able to, for those of you on Patreon, I was able to pull up some of those songs I talked about, some karaoke recordings that hopefully I won't get too penalized for here on YouTube and Twitch. I think a lot of times people do karaoke, so I'm not too worried about it, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see. Oh, yes, Parents Weekend. Yes, 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 yes. How was parent? I was thinking that you had the Connecticut Run Festival, and then I remembered that you already did that last week. So I'm so glad. How was Parent Weekend? Sounds really fun, Bob. Oh, Once Upon a Time. I never finished that series. I feel like I. How many seasons were there, Justin? Because I know for me, I think I got through the second one. I think I did season 1 and 2, and I really did enjoy it. It was very fun. I want to say I watched that sometime around 2020 when I needed something to cheer me up. It was really good. I feel like it started to get a little bit complicated for me, so I think that's when I kind of clocked out. But another busy day for you, Bob. That's hard, especially Monday. You kind of want to start off your week a little easier than that. So it's hard when that happens. You have a rough start to your week. Yikes. 7? Good Lord. 7? That's a lot. All right, we're going to do a quick reverb check for me. If you guys can let me know if this is indeed working. It seemed like it was working earlier, so let me know. I turned it on. Let me know if you hear any reverb. Give me a thumbs up in the comment. I was able to update my OBS studio, so hopefully it will come in. Ah, yes, David. I hope you're able to go out. It is beautiful, especially here. Oh, how fun, Bob. That sounds great. Yay, reverb is working. Woo. Awesome. So glad it's working. Now I'm going to turn it off for like a hot second as I get my stuff together here. But very happy that it's working. Huzzah. Maybe I will just have to keep on top of those updates. That could be partially why it kind of clocks out every once in a while. I'm going to start with Touch the Sky. Have you saw my post on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook? I pulled up an old karaoke that I did of this back in 2020 when I was actually, I don't remember how many months along I was, but I was definitely pregnant in that video for my daughter, Fiona, who was born in December of 2020. So it's kind of funny for me to look back at those videos. And I know I am pregnant in that video, so it's fun. But anyway, here's Touch the Sky. And welcome, Bree. Welcome, welcome. When the cold wind is a-calling and the sky is clear and bright, misty mountains sing and beckon, lead me out into the light. I will ride, I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. Where dark woods hide secrets and the mountains are fierce and bold, deep waters hold reflections of times lost long ago. I will hear their every story, take hold of my own dream, be as strong as the seas are stormy and proud as an eagle's scream. I will ride, I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. And touch the sky. Chase the wind, chase the wind, and touch the sky. All right, so I'm going to check in on our chat here. Let's see. Other people are watching Once Upon a Time. That's so funny. So Bree is watching it and Justin. How funny. Oh, that sounds nice, David. I'm glad. That sounds like fun. It must be a little bittersweet if he's retiring, though. Oh, no. Hi, Kelly. We're glad you're here anyway. That's okay, Joshua. I definitely did not sing Remember yet. I was going to wait for you. I saw that you kind of skipped out in the chat, so I thought maybe you had to leave for a minute. But definitely I will do Remember. If you are here, I'll go on to that next because I know that was your request. Well, that's a fun question. Bree is asking what people had for dinner tonight. I will gladly await your answers to that. Should be interesting. I think I need to do at least one more song to kind of warm up my voice before I launch into Remember, which requires a little bit more of my range. So let me pull up something else here. I'm going to do Ride On for you today. True, you ride the finest horse I have ever seen, standing 16 a 1 or 2, eyes wild and green. And you ride your horse so well, hands light to the touch. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to.
without a trace behind. Run your claw along my gut one last time. I turn to see an empty space where you used to lie, and look for a spark that lights the dark through a teardrop in my eye. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to.
All right, that was my cover of Ride On by Christy Moore, which many of you know. Now I'm going to read your comments because we brought on the topic brought on by Bree in the comments about what you guys are eating for dinner. Let's see. Homemade pizza for Joshua. Shepherd's pie. Oh, I love shepherd's pie. I've even had it with venison. It's quite delicious. Burger tonight sounds delicious too. Jeez. Joshua's gonna Grubhub while we're listening. He's gonna get the phone out because everybody is talking about delicious food. Oh, jalapeno poppers. That also sounds. Hi, Katie. Welcome on YouTube. Thanks for joining the Music and Mead live stream. It's so nice to see you. Thank you so much. Oh no. More pizza, guys. Monday night. Well, my dinner was kind of a fail. I actually had chicken nuggets with nice rice that I was making, and like I was gonna make peas and corn, and which is not very fancy. And then the peas like didn't cook, and that was weird. And then I was trying to make a pork loin that just did not want to cook in my oven for some reason, so it took like absolutely forever. And next time I'm just gonna slow cook it for like a bazillion hours and forget. Like literally, I'm gonna do it like overnight because it ruined the whole dinner. I was going to have it ready on time, and then it wasn't ready on time. So I ended up having to just heat up some chicken nuggets for me and the kids. So definitely was a very sad Monday night dinner for me. Yeah, Katie, it's very nice that you could be here for a live. I know it's hard, and it's hard to line up schedules. I know you do a lot of live streaming on Twitch. Everybody can follow Katie Shesko. I hope I said that correctly. She's a wonderful flutist along with Nerdy Flutist. And Katie does a lot of fun gaming covers and anime covers. And she just recently had a really cool one that came out with Cello Cat, who you might follow on, I'm sure she has an official name, but you might follow her on Instagram or Facebook, and they did a really nice one. So, you know, it's always great to support other creators. So if you want to give her a follow, go ahead and check her out on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, I believe, and also on Twitch. She does a lot of Twitch streaming and fun, like gaming streams and stuff like that. So if that's your thing, definitely check out Katie. Thanks for stopping in this stream, Katie. It means a lot. What is a jalapeno popper? I don't know what this is. Can somebody explain it to me? It's like a hot pocket, but like jalapenos. While you answer that question, I am going to go and get remember ready here for Justin. Justin, not Justin. I'm sorry, for Joshua. Okay, it's been a long time since I've sung this song, so this could be a hot mess, but I'll do it. I'll see how it goes.
Remember, I will still be here as long as you hold me in your memory. Remember, when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. Just remember me. I am the one star that keeps burning so brightly. It is the last light to fade into the rising sun. I'm with you whenever you tell my story, and
Oh dear. Never. I feel like I need to start the song over again. Give me a second. Let me try that one again. I'm standing here like, ugh, man, I'm sorry. Sometimes it just does not hit it off right away. I am looking here. Oh my goodness, just give me a second. I'm gonna, whew. Yes, I can totally turn up the backing track. Turn up the backing track and turn myself down a little bit, right? Oh dear. Okay, I will get to some of the there's some questions in here, but I will try that one again. All right, let's try this. Let's do Josh Groban some justice here. Hold on, now I lost my something I need here. Hold on a second. There we go.
remember, I will still be here as long as you hold me in your memory. Remember, when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. Just remember me. I am the one star that keeps burning so brightly. It is the last light to fade into the rising sun. I'm with you whenever you tell my story, and I will never die. as you hold me in your memory. Remember me. I am the one voice in the cold wind that whispers, and if you listen, you'll hear it call across the sky. As long as I still can reach out and touch you, and I will never die. Remember, I'll never leave you if you will only remember me. Remember me. Remember, I will still be here as long as you hold me in your memory. Remember, when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. I live forever. Remember me. Remember me. Remember me.
I hope that did it some justice for you, Joshua. I'm sorry, it was not my best take on that song, but is what it is. Oh goodness, we're talking about Mighty Ducks. Okay, let me find out what is going on here. I love the questions. All right, let me go back up. I think I had a question quite a bit earlier. Let's see. Nope. I'll find it. Try to respond here. To Earth Demon, what is my musical inspiration? That is a really interesting question from Earth Demon. If you're still here, I will answer it right now. So my musical inspiration is, I think it's fairly eclectic. I like a lot of different styles of music, at least I think so. But in general, for what I do here, I think I'm definitely most inspired by like Celtic Woman, definitely Enya. I really loved like Riverdance growing up. That's a lot of that Celtic influence. I love film music. Like I love soundtracks. Sometimes I think some of the most beautiful songs and beautiful music scores have been created for soundtracks, whether that be a gaming soundtrack or a film soundtrack. It always really inspired me. I've listened to them since I was very young, and that was kind of in place of like classical music, which I have listened to somewhat, but in place of that, I listen to a lot more soundtracks. So favorite soundtracks, of course, being like I think Harry Potter 3, I think is the best of the Harry Potters. You can fight me on that one. That was Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it's one of John Williams' most beautiful soundtracks. It's got a very strong like Renaissance-y kind of feel to it in a lot of ways, which I appreciate very much. He also features the recorder, so I'm very biased in that regard. Let's see. I also love, everybody like Trevor Jones did Last of the Mohicans. That's another beautiful one. I'm always impressed with Hans Zimmer, although I do think some of his ones that are some of the most beautiful are ones that some people forget that he did. Like, for example, Hans Zimmer composed the soundtrack to The Lion King. A lot of people think of it, oh, it's Elton John and Tim Rice. Well, yes, they did the songs, but all the orchestrations, like that whole, Stampede in the Gorge, like that's all I'm sorry, not Williams. That's all Hans Zimmer. And he also did Prince of Egypt, which is another very beautiful movie that means a lot to me. And the songs are not by Hans Zimmer, but Hans Zimmer orchestrated the score is all by Hans Zimmer. So I am very much inspired by that a lot. So I hope epic music. I love Two Steps from Hell. I love stuff like that. So I hope that answers your question, Earth Demon. Thank you for that question. Deep fried jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese. If I liked jalapenos, that would be delicious. Unfortunately, I do not like anything in that hot or spicy, so I'm going to pass. Bree, thank you for asking about Ride On. That is definitely on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on my covers on all of those places. Or you could also listen to it or download it on my website, thedarkeyedmusician.com, which I'll put down below. /music. You can find it there. I know you would obviously pay for the track there, but you could also listen to it if you wish on there and not have to pay for it. So that's one way to do it. Hello, Lady Stormblast. Welcome back. I'm so glad you came back for another week of live stream on Twitch. I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you. Thank you. Lady, and we share that, Lady Stormblast. Celtic Woman, Enya, Riverdance, and film soundtracks were basically my childhood too. Like, we're like the same. Oh my goodness. Let's see. And I still don't know why we were talking about Mighty Ducks, but I kind of love that came up. The Mighty Ducks theme. Oh, of course. That is 100% my husband up there. Thank you, my husband, Bob, for, trolling my comments on YouTube. Yep. Oh, Katie, I hear you. It's so hard when you're on the spot. All my training goes out. Yes, The Prisoner of Azkaban has that insane flute solo. Kelly, I'm reading back on your comments. Yes, and I feel like, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think, does it switch from a flute to a piccolo at the end? Like, does it, when it goes up super high, is that a piccolo? Let me know, because I've always kind of wondered about that. Jurassic Park, another beautiful one. Yes, Bob, I know who you are. My favorite movie soundtrack. That's very hard to decide. That's a very, very deep question. I have a lot that I really enjoy. I guess I would say, like, cumulatively, I think I would have to put the Lord of the Rings trilogy. If I can do the trilogy as one film, it's probably up there. I think that's just some of the most beautiful soundtrack. I just think it spans so many different sounds, and I think that Howard Shore did such an incredible job, like, just encompassing such a wide variety of sounds and music and elements that, like, it's so wonderful. Like, I can listen to those soundtracks and just watch the movies in my head, and I love that. I feel like that in comparison, I would say take that, and this is not a bash on Pirates of the Caribbean, but it kind of is. But take that and compare it to Pirates of the Caribbean, which is essentially, God bless Klaus Badelt, but it's essentially the same theme recycled multiple times. Maybe you have 2 or 3 themes in a film. They do have the, the Barbossa, or you have the, you have the Black Pearl theme, you have the pirate theme. I do love that. It's not Marry Me. That is one of them. That theme from the 3rd film. Da 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 da. Whatever that is. That's from the 3rd one. I do think that was really pretty, but again, especially the first soundtrack, you can listen to that and be like, it's like every couple of tracks, it's like the same theme that just keeps coming back in a slight variation. So that's fun, and it works great for a film like Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a very different film than Lord of the Rings. But I feel like, you compare that to Lord of the Rings, which you can just listen to everything, and every different theme is so complex and so interesting and so evocative of that moment or those characters. Like, I just think it's hard to compare to. Oh, okay, anyway. Kendall says White Shores. Yes. I love how you know the instrument. I do know Wardruna a little bit. I do appreciate that compliment. I will take that as a compliment. I'm not as familiar with their. They go a little more. I think they are a little bit more like pagan folk, and I don't do as much of the pagan aspect of things, so I feel like I don't listen to them as much. But I do appreciate a lot of their musical sounds, and I like that kind of old sound that they have. What's another group that I feel like is similar to that that I listen to a lot? Well, if you're on my email list, I definitely did a plug for Ian Fontova, who is a fantastic Celtic musician from Brazil, of all places, which apparently has quite an array of musicians over there, which is very interesting. It's a huge country, of course, but I love his new. He has an EP called Tales of Olden, Volume 1, and it's just fantastic. And I guess it's not quite the same feel as Wardrona, but yeah, it's really good. So you should go listen to that. Let's see. Fawn is, oh yes, I like Fawn. I do like Fawn. I like quite a few of their songs. I love Tans met Mia and Federkleid. Federkleid? Yeah, I love that one. So I do like Fawn. Let's see. TV show themes. Let's see if I missed anything here. Oh, cool, Kelly. I'm glad that I did know that from my ears alone. That the piccolo finishes the phrase. Show themes. Oh, that's a tough one. I really love the oh gosh, this is gonna be like, that's a really tough one. I could go very obscure. I don't know, that's a mini series. I don't want to do mini series. I really liked the music for oh, come on. Help me out here. Whoa. Sherlock. The Sherlock series with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. I really liked that. Dun, 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 dun. That was super fun. I thought that was really, really a fun track. Very, very interesting. Michael Giacchino. He did quite a few movies as well. He's an interesting one. I'm pretty sure he did. Oh gosh, I should know. He's done quite a few. Also like Alan Silvestri, who also did Back to the Future. Oh my goodness. DS9 theme. Oh, almost every Pixar film. I don't know if I knew that. That's probably where I didn't recognize that name. I feel like he's also done. He did Transformers. Didn't he do Transformers? I'm gonna have to look it up. Who did the theme for Transformers? I'm pretty sure it's Michael Giacchino. Transformer soundtrack composer? I'm sure there's a better way to search that. Nope, I was totally wrong. Just kidding. It is not him. Well, it must be from Pixar that I know that name then. Steve Jablonsky. Oh, dear. I'm not as good with those, I think. I'm not as good with those, like superhero films and things like that. Knowing who did those. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's another one. The TV one's really tricky because I don't really know if I watch a lot of series. I enjoyed Avatar, but again, that one I feel like is there's not as much to it. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I feel like it's not a crazy complex one. I do enjoy the theme from Merlin. Now you're gonna know all like the cheesy shows that I watch. Sorry, I do enjoy. We've talked about Merlin before on this stream. I definitely enjoy that one. I don't know Forever Night. What streaming site is that on or channel? Forever Night. I don't know that one. Is that a Disney Plus one that I've missed? Oh gosh, I was gonna say one of my favorite themes is from North and South, but that's a mini series. That's not that's not a show. My gosh, my brain is dead today. All right, I'm gonna go on to more music before I incriminate myself a little bit more. But I would like to know from you, like, what are everybody's talking about their favorite soundtracks and things like that. So you can, let me know what your favorite soundtracks are. I'd love to know maybe who is one of your favorite like film composers, period, like the composer's name, and then tell me what's one of your favorite films. I know that I've got a lot of nerdy musicians here who can tell me which ones they like the best. To answer your question, Earth Demon, I am I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, and sometimes people can choose either one. I do tend to get more views on YouTube than I do on Twitch, which is totally understandable since I have more followers on YouTube than I do on Twitch. But you can always choose which one to watch me on there. I use a program called Restream, and I'm able to stream to multiple platforms at the same time. Obviously, I used to stream to Facebook, as some of you know, and I've stopped doing that because every time I do, they take down my video. And the last time it happened, they took it down and they like banned me from Facebook from posting for like 24 hours. I was in Facebook jail for 24 hours, which has never happened to me. And all I can think is that I'm pretty sure it's just because I played my own songs. And of course, I have copyrighted those songs since they're mine. And since I use the actual tracks, I think it just picks it up and is like, oh, like can't use that, and like takes it down. So, oh well. Gallivant's music. Oh, Gallivant's not. Oh my goodness. I love your dedication, Bob, that you still have it on DVD. Like, even though it's not on streaming sites, you still have it on DVD. You know what soundtrack I wish was better, and I won't go into too much of my rant about this series because everybody knows here that I love it, but is that Dota, Defense of the Ancients, Dragon Blood. I've been watching that on Netflix, and I do feel like that soundtrack is so lacking. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know who wrote the soundtrack, but I feel like it's interesting, but also like so not interesting. Like, I could think of a way more interesting way to to create that, to kind of backdrop that series with more interesting music, in my opinion. And I do feel like I like the series a lot. I really like the characters. I thought it was really interesting. But that was one thing where I was like, if only the music or like something I could like cover or something I could actually recognize, but there's very little, like the theme is very subtle. It's kind of more minimal music, and I was very sad. I wish it was more exciting. Let's see. Yes, Facebook jail, Justin. It is true. It happens to the best of us and the worst of us. Yes, Witcher 3. Ooh, speaking of Witcher 3, I'll pull out Priscilla's song for you. Let's do a little Wolvenstorm. Make sure that as all my music falls out. Hey. Oh, and I did not forget, David, you asked for We Will Go Home. I will do that after I do this next song. I almost forgot, but then I remembered. So happy that you request that song. I haven't sung it in a while. Hello. Luis, nice to see you. Welcome to the live stream. A Ennio Morricone soundtrack for Red Sonja. Sonjai? Am I saying that right? Sonjai? I do like Ennio Morricone. He is awesome. I'm not even sure if I'm saying his name correctly. Hopefully I didn't butcher it. Buzzing.
Scars long have yearned for your tender caress to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars own. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the your scent berries tall, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm to find your heart, its passion displaced by lilacs sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it for to love you might never have found. You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent berries top, lilacs sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
All right, so that was Woven Storm from the Witcher 3 soundtrack. We were just talking about that in the comments. I realize my reverb is still on, so just give me 1 second. I did get your request there, Bob, but thank you for the reminder. I will get to that in just a minute. Thank you for that. No Swedish pagans. The only request, if I ignore the Swedish pagans request, just know that that's because it's my husband and I can do that. I'm not being mean to some poor person. He knows. Anyway, here is We Will Go Home for David. Fenrir House. Oh my gosh.
Land of bear and land of eagle, land that gave us birth and blessing, land that called us ever homewards. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home, we will go home, we will go home across the mountains. We will go home, we will go home, we will go home across the mountains. us. We have come home across the mountains. We will go home. We will go home. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home. We will go home. We will go home across the mountains.
All right, that was We Will Go Home or Song of Exile from the 2004 King Arthur film, which a lot of you probably know. That one goes out to my patron, David. Thank you for being an amazing patron and always frequenting these live streams. It means a lot to me to have you here. It means a lot to me to have everyone here, though. It's so wonderful to have you all, new faces and my regulars as well. I really appreciate you being here. It means so much to me. It's great to come here and see you all, and I really appreciate it. If you're enjoying this stream, go ahead and give it a like, please. That does help me a lot. And if you think you know somebody who might also enjoy this live stream or enjoy my Celtic fantasy music, feel free to share this link with anybody who you think would enjoy it. So that means a lot as well. All right, next up is Song of a Shield Maiden for my man Bob out there. Not husband Bob, patron Bob. Not to be confused with. And let me get that for you. Let's see. We have, where is it? All right, hopefully it is already on here. Let me check it in the chat while I'm getting this rounded up here. Let's see. Aw, thanks, Ellen. I'm so glad you stopped in. It was so nice to see you for this live stream, even for just a hot second. It was great. Have a wonderful night. I'm glad you're going to bed before 10 o'clock. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm reading your comments. Ooh, I like that that Song of a Shield Maiden is what you use at your LARP for as extra toughness. How was LARP weekend, Kelly? I want to know how it was. It looked like it was a busy one for you this weekend. Thank you so much, Katie, for stopping in. I super appreciate you being here. It was wonderful to have you. I'm glad you stopped in. It's wonderful. Have a wonderful night. Let's see. Do you watch other YouTube cover artists? Absolutely. My husband Bob is going to bed. Good night, husband Bob. Good night. Yes, of course. I love other cover artists. So I guess it depends. Let's see. Who do I follow? Let's see. The answer to Justin's question is a big fat no. No, I have not. I've been very busy, unfortunately, and finding that time has been really difficult to practice new songs. But I've gotten lots of good suggestions, so I do appreciate that very much. It's really tough to find that extra time to practice. Because usually Wednesday, when I have my day of like music, when my kids go to my mother-in-law's, I have a lot of projects I'm trying to work on. And this past Wednesday, I had a very long dental appointment, so it cut into like a lot of my day. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I like a lot of different cover artists. I watch Rachel Hardy, Colin McGuinness. Let's see. Who else do I really enjoy? Obviously, Nerdy Flutist. Katie Shesko, yes. I love Uriel's not really a cover artist, but I do love her stuff, obviously. I really love Carlene, but again, she's not really a cover artist. I love Carlene. She's one of my absolute favorites, but she tends to do originals, which I super appreciate. But yeah, let me think. I guess I'm not like, I don't watch YouTubers as cover artists, like just because they're cover artists. I actually prefer people who do original music as well. But of course, if you find a good cover artist, it's always fun to hear their take on things. So who do you like to listen to? Who do you follow on YouTube? Let me know. Maybe I'll find some good ones. Give me your suggestions. What channels should I follow for awesome covers? Let's see. Oh my goodness. Whoa. A city full of vampires. I bet the costumes were amazing. All right, let's get a Song of a Shield Maiden pulled up here before I forget. Poor Bob. Let's see.
Sword of my mother and blood of her kin, kindle and stoke the fire within. Warriors call the fate of us all. We fight for the world, our destinies unfurled. Shoulder to shoulder in battle we stand, to fight and defend our earth and homeland. Warriors call the fate of us all. Forge, blade, and shield together we wield. Sword shining bright, glint of steel in the morning light. Clamor and ring our cry. Shed in the name of glory, raise up your eyes and sing the Shield Maiden song. Courage, my sisters, the victory is nigh. Smoke in the valley and blood in the sky. Warriors call the fate of us all. We'll fight for until the rush and the thrill. La da 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 da. Death comes to all, now we relish its kiss. Fear not for your future, Valhalla is bliss. Warriors call the fate of us all. With strength and desire, we plunge into the fire. Sword shining bright, glint of steel in the morning light. Clamor and ring our cry. Shed in the name of glory, raise up your eyes and sing the Shield Maiden song. Sword shining bright, glint of steel in the morning light. Clamor and ring our cries. Hail to the blood our sisters shed in the name of glory. Raise up your eyes and sing the Shield Maiden song.
All right, I'm reading your comments. That was my original song, Song of a Shield Maiden. It's on my original album, Illumina, which you can find on all streaming sites and also on my website, which I shared in the comments below. So if you'd like to listen to that or hear the full album, go ahead and take a listen. I would love to do Lignum Vitae. That is one of my favorites for my album. Yes, absolutely. I do know Violet Orlandi as well. I really liked. She did a cover with with Melinda, excuse me. That's one I really liked, and I also enjoyed her singing "Kiss from a Rose" with Dan Vasc. That was really cool. So I don't know if I follow her as much as an independent artist, but I do enjoy. I've seen some of her covers with others, so that's a great one, Earth Demon. Thank you for suggesting her. You are very welcome, Bob. Thanks for suggesting that song. Before I do Lignum Vitae, it is time to pour the mead. So let me know what you are drinking this evening while I get my glass of mead ready. So as per usual, I am drinking my Atheling Meadworks amazing Shield Maiden. Oh, very appropriate. Post that song. Here's my Shield Maiden mead that I will now drink after singing a song of a Shield Maiden. Does this make me more of a Shield Maiden if I drink it after? I definitely poured myself way too much. I don't know if I'll even be able to drink that much. Oh dear. It's because I'm using a wine glass this evening. I couldn't find my usual glass. So this is definitely a lot for me. This late. Strawberry hard seltzer. That sounds actually really good. What brand is it, Ted? Polliner Oktoberfest. Ha ha ha. Please don't pass out, Bob. Although I suppose it's, it's 10 o'clock at night, so it's not a bad time to pass out. White Claw. White Claw. Ted. Just kidding. Why is there a stigma around White Claw? Can somebody explain that? I feel like whenever it's brought up, some people are like, oh, and other people are like, White Claw. I don't know. What's the deal with that? Somebody tell me. I don't know what a jalapeno popper is, and I also would like to know why White Claw has like something, there's like something about it. Let me know. Oh, because it's basic. Water for you, David. Water is always wonderful. Just some very strong water. I mean mead. Yum. I might be seeing... Anyway. I'm going to check and see how many we got here. So 7. So far we've got 10 people viewing here this evening at this time. If you haven't spoken in the chat, give me a message in the chat. Let me know you're here, whether you're watching from Twitch or you're watching from YouTube. I can always, unlike things like Instagram where it will show me the users who are popping into the stream, which I actually find kind of odd. I don't know who is listening or who is watching unless you say hello. So if you are just stopping in, please say hello in the comments so I can say hello to you. Oh, good job, Joshua. 10 o'clock at night and you're finally finished work. Hope this is author work for you. And Earth Demon, I hail from the good old United States of America. Specifically the northeastern part of it. And yeah. I love where I live. It's fun. Good times. Good times. Where do you hail from? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you're from somewhere interesting and exciting. If Luis was here, I'm pretty sure he's from Portugal. Super fun. I love to know when I have people from overseas, which for me, overseas. It's very interesting. So let me know. Only 9 o'clock for you. I forgot that you have different time zones. I always just think you're like right down the road. Ooh. Homemade moonshine. Oh my goodness. Luis. Wow. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. Oh, I like chai. And decaf chai is really nice. My kids love chai. I give them chai tea whenever we have tea. Of course, I put like lots of milk in it, so it's like pretty mellow for them. But they love to drink their tea. My son had my 5-year-old son had such an interesting thing he noticed today. He was like, how come when I'm drinking like tea and I get my fingers wet, my fingers don't get sticky, like because he's playing with the tea bag, that's why his fingers are wet. And he'll be like, why are my fingers not sticky? But if I do that with hot chocolate, my fingers get all sticky. And I was like, well, this is a very interesting question. And I basically was like, because tea has no sugar and hot chocolate is a lot of sugar in it. And I said, when sugar gets that's part of the consistency. So I thought that was a really interesting question. He is a very smart kid. He's too smart for his own britches sometimes. I think it's great that they like tea. It's something, I'm a big coffee drinker, but I do want to drink more tea. And I think it's really interesting that my kids enjoy tea. I will credit my husband's side of the family because most of my family does not drink tea. I shouldn't say that. It was not part of my family culture growing up. Let's just put it that way. Where do you land on that? Are you a tea drinker, coffee drinker? I almost forgot my toast. I usually do a toast to you all. Have a wonderful, happy, and healthy week. Sláinte. 4 o'clock Earl Grey. What does that mean by 4 o'clock? Oh, interesting. Multiple cups of tea during the day, but 1 small cup of coffee in the afternoon. That is very interesting. Josh was like, all of it, tea and coffee. Just bring on the caffeine. Bring on the warm beverages. Why not both? Oh my goodness. Can we share gifts in the comments? I don't know if you can. I think that little, why not both? And Earth Team is not a caffeine fan. It really does affect some people very, it's very finicky. Some people have a really adverse reaction to tea. So I totally understand that. If that is not tea, to caffeine, if that is not tea. Some people have an adverse reaction to tea. None that I know of. I'm sorry, to caffeine. So I understand that. I have a lot of friends who don't drink caffeine. I see, Bob. 4 o'clock is when you drink it. 4 o'clock tea time. I love that. I'm sort of like, if you've seen that meme where they took the Lord of the Rings, I know I've shared it in my Facebook group, The Enchanted Tavern, where we love to share ridiculous memes. But it was the one of like the second breakfast meme. And so it's got like Pippin and it's like, what about coffee? It's like, we've had one, but what about second coffee and 11sies, an afternoon latte, and that would be me. Oh dear, I look very gritty. What's going on with my picture here? It looks very gritty to me. Oh dear. Does it look like that to you guys? Ooh, toasted coconut coffee. Yum. That sounds delicious. Everything looks very gritty to me on my stream. Am I losing the interwebs? Is my connection bad? Nope, my connection's fantastic. But yes, I probably drink too much coffee. I am aware of the fact that I drink too much coffee. But I definitely have like a morning cup, and then I usually have an afternoon cup. And that morning cup, I don't like drink all of it in the morning. I usually drink some of it, and then I have a little bit and a little bit. And the joke in my household is that you open the microwave and my coffee is sitting in there 90% of the time. So my kids are playing with play kitchens and they oh, we'll make some coffee, and they put it in the microwave and shut the door. That's because that's what they see mommy do all the time is, put her coffee in the microwave and take it out again and put it in there, forget about it, and then come back 2 hours later and go, oh yeah, my coffee, and then reheat it again. So, I am, I don't know. It's so weird. Coca-Cola coffee drinks. A mocha Coca-Cola earlier. That sounds like a forging of 2 different worlds. Oh my goodness. Let me just check and see. This is what I think it is. Okay. We got the Lignum Vitae for Brie.
Tree of life, fountain of healing, shade my dreary eyes. Beneath your boughs of leaves so sweet, my soul weary lies. Lignum vitae, dona nobis pacem. Lignum vitae, dona nobis pacem. Tree of life, source of creation, feed my yearning heart. From your glade of flora and fauna, I never shall depart. Lignum vitae, dona nobis pacem. Lignum vitae, dona nobis pacem. La 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 la. La 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 la. Lignum vitae, dona nobis pacem. Lignum vitae, dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Lignum vitae, dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Stay, my love, be still and sleep. The sea sounds falling heart. Remember the feel of the earth on your feet and the blazing morning earth. Heed not the call of the sea. She'll sing you far from me. Stay, my love, on stone, not wave. She'll lead you to your grave. Come, come, child of the sea, come away with me. Sail afar on a mirror of stars. It's your destiny. Come away, come Now, my love, be strong and keep your promise to remain. Remember the feel of the earth on your feet and the summer fields of grain. Heed not the call of the sea. She'll sing you far from me. Stay, my love, on stone, not wave. She'll lead you to your grave. Come, come, child of the sea, come away with me. Sail afar on a mirror of stars. It's your destiny. Come away, come Alas, my love, you've left these shores. You've heard her call your name. The siren song of the ocean moors has pulled your heart in twain. Cursed be the call of the sea. She sung you far from me. Love, you've left these thorns for wave. You've chosen a sailor's grave. Alas, my love, you've left these shores. Come away with me. Cursed be the call of the
That one always comes right after, so quick. All right, so that was Lignum Vitae for Brie, and then I ended that with Call of the Sea, which is another of my originals from my album Illumina, which most of you already know. I did see Hocus Pocus 2, and I will definitely do Come Little Children if you wish. I can pull that up for sure. Thank you, Bob. I did see Hocus Pocus 2. I thought it was pretty fun. There are some things I thought as far as a sequel goes, there were elements that I really liked about it, but I think I still prefer the original. I'm traditional that way, I guess. I think the original had a bit of a better message in the end, some better characters in general. But what I was really impressed with Hocus Pocus 2 was the casting. I thought was phenomenal. I thought like especially the little girls that portrayed the sisters in the beginning. Not that again, I don't want to give any spoilers for people who haven't seen it yet. But there were little girls. I guess that's not really a spoiler because I think they show you. But the little girls who play the sisters when they're young, and I thought they were fantastic. They were so well cast. They must have done so much work with these girls and watched the original so much that they just embodied their mannerisms like so well. It was very impressive. So I think again in terms of a sequel, I thought it was really well thought out and well done. But I will still prefer. I think again I kind of prefer the feel of the original, and I thought the original had again just a general better message, like a little bit more of a heartwarming message in my opinion. But that's just me. So let me know if you've seen it, what your thoughts are. That'd be fun to do a duet with Layani. Layani Yarrow Under the Moon just is releasing her first album. She plays gorgeous harp and tin whistle and I think like 5 other instruments because she's amazing and she has a beautiful voice and she plays like I would say general folk music with definitely a Celtic twist to it. I don't know if she specifically advertises as Celtic music because I think she kind of dabbles in a little bit of other stuff. But I do love Layani or Yarrow Under the Moon which is her handle on Instagram. So definitely that would be fun, David. So who knows what will happen. I cannot believe that it's already 10:25. We had lots of great discussion today, though. Yes, the sea winds are calling. I wanted that one to be very creepy. That was definitely intentional on my part. Let me find Come Little Children for Joshua. I have to say, let me tell you, I follow, I think I shared this a little bit on my Instagram and Facebook stories, but oh my goodness, Come Little Children, my cover of this on Spotify just like exploded. I don't know if I have the Hocus Pocus 2 to thank for that, or somebody was really nice and added it to like a million playlists because it went from like a few thousand views. I think I had like about 2,000 views and now it's like over 4,000 and climbing very fast. Like it gave my streams on YouTube, on Spotify went up like dramatically and it's all just from Come Little Children. So people are, man, Halloween, Hocus Pocus is in the air. Everything, people must be pounding playlists with that song in it. And I'm so thankful. So I'm super excited. It was kind of funny to see. Like I kind of figured it would pick up a little bit because it's Halloween season and everyone's excited for Halloween and it's a very Halloween song. And Hocus Pocus 2 coming out has people thinking about it and searching for it. But wow, I mean, like again, I got like over 1,000 streams in like 1 week, which is on one song, which is a lot for me. Like I don't even have 1,000 like listeners on Spotify, so some very hardcore people listening to that track a lot. Oh, Bree is leaving, and thank you so much for joining us, Bree. I'm so glad you were here this evening. I'm glad I got to sing some songs for you. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful week. Hopefully we'll see you next week. All right, let's do Come Little Children. Come Little Children. I liked how there's that song in the original too that I put a spell on you, and I said something to my husband, brought it up. He's been on kind of a blues kick, and so he's been listening to a lot of blues music, and I was like, and he brought that one on, like he turned that, like he found like an old bluesy cover of that song, and I was like, not cover because apparently it's an old blues song, which I didn't know, but that's the joke, is that he was listening to it, and I was like, oh, like you're joking, that's from Hocus Pocus, and he was like, no, it's a very old jazz standard that's been around for like ever, and they used it in Hocus Pocus, but I thought that was so funny. I did not realize that. So I would say jazz is probably the next to opera, jazz is probably the music that I listen to the least, although I like blues. I do enjoy blues. What do you guys think? Do you like blues music? Do you like jazz? I mean, we're all here listening to Celtic fantasy music, so I'm going to guess that might be a no, but you never know. All right, here's Come Little Children. Oops, let me get that. Oh, Justin likes jazz. All right, I will come back to that in just a moment.
Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. Follow, sweet children, for show thee the way through all the pain and the sorrow. Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way, to weary of life and deceptions. Rest now, my children, for soon we'll away through all the pain and the sorrows. Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, for time's come to play here in my garden of shadow.
Alrighty, let me check in. On your chat here. Old big band music. Yes, I do enjoy some of that. Classical crossover. Yeah, I've known quite a few artists who do that kind of stuff. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before, David, that I was like an unofficial Grobinite for like almost my entire teenage years. I love Josh Groban, so I feel like I will always have a soft spot for classical crossover because I feel like that's what he was for most of his career. If not still, I still love Josh Groban. His singing voice is phenomenal. So. Ooh, I hear voices. I don't know that one. Is that by the same guy? Oh, yes, it is. I love his song. Thank you, Luis. I'll look that up. I'm sure you probably follow her. I'm trying to think of her name. Is it Ellen? Ellen somebody. She's from like Wales, and she keeps kind of creeping up in my feed, and she does crossover. I want to say her name is Ellen, but I'm gonna guess, David, that if you like classical crossover, you've probably come across her page. I'm not talking about Ella Roberts, although I do enjoy her stuff as well. Hers is more Celtic, and I do appreciate that very much. So I do like Ella Roberts, and I think she's kind of like Celtic classical crossover. Like she definitely is in the Celtic woman kind of camp. But there's another one, and I want to say it's Ellen. It's Ellen something. But maybe you can correct me if you know it. Speaking of Celtic music, I'd love for you to join me on this last one. This is our last song for the evening, and I'm going to go ahead and play and sing for you Ellen Williams. I knew you would know, David. I knew you would know. Yes, and she's incredible. I can't believe the caliber of her voice. Anyway, I would like it for you if you would love to join me on this last song. This is The Parting Glass. We're going to do this with some reverb and no music. So come on and join.
Have all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit, till memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it fell into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Fill to me the parting glass and drink a health whate'er befall. I'll gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Fill to me the parting glass and drink a health whate'er befalls. I'll gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Good night and joy be to you all.
Thank you for joining me for another week of Music and Mead. I really appreciate you joining me this evening. It's so wonderful to see you every week if you're a regular, and I'm so happy you stopped in if this is your first time. You can go ahead and like this video, share this video. It means a lot to me. It helps me out a lot as an independent artist. And of course, mark your calendars because I'll be back next week, same time, same place, and I can't wait to see you then. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and a great week. You are so very welcome. Bye.